Hi all, hope you have a nice weekend. So let's be prepared for tomorrow's day in the market. So let's analyze what happened uh, on um, on last Friday, and then what we can see for tomorrow in the markets. So as per weekly analysis, we took support at 40. If you have seen my market 360 degree, you might get more detailed idea about weekly analysis, how it has to be done. Now where are we? So we are at a bearish gap right now, which can act as a resistance, and we are nearing uh, so we are at a trend line which we have broke now, and we are comfortably trading above that level, above the trend line. So interesting setup right now. We are um, so this was a trend line that we were tracking from earlier. So we had twice false breakout in the trend line, and now we see a good breakout from a Nifty futures point of view. Okay, so we'll see. So price definitely is above 20 MA, decisive close, plus this RSI pattern which we discussed. This we also found in a Dow, but our market took kind of a W pattern, and then we are moving up. So definitely the next resistance should be at the super trend near about, and then the bearish gap, and then we'll see. But for now it seems that we will have a bullish view, at least for Monday, Monday opening. Okay, so let's see what happened from a market profile standpoint. So we opened yesterday, Friday, and then we went up, and then the first sign of bullishness when we crossed this SP. So we crossed this SP, then we went up. Then the second SP acted as a resistance, where the price respected that resistance, and spent around 2 hours in this zone. Then we broke out decisively this level. Then we went to the third SP resistance, and then price again spent 1 hour here, and then we had a final breakout. Now I was live on Friday to show you the intraday trades on the market profile, what how we can do. So now on that day in live analysis, we discussed that this is the level where we saw that there was an emotional selling in the market, which was around 17,670 in the futures. So 17,470, sorry. And exactly at that resistance we resisted, while closing. Okay, so what's the next for the Nifty? So once if it's cross and goes above, then we will have 17,600 as a next resistance onto the Nifty side. Okay, so that's what we can see. And from a support standpoint, right now, if you see, this is a pinpoint support around 17,390. 89 to 17,386. So this is a pinpoint support of a SP. So this will act as a very good support on the downside. So we are not bearish until this level is broken up decisively on the downside, which will be confirming with the OI, with the order flow as well. So that's the analysis for now. And if you see, these are the few areas where we saw good price momentum on the volume as well, which is around 17,440 to 17,450 zone. Okay, so I'll remove all this now. We will just need this as a as main resistance. Then the support should be at this level, and then we can see some consolidation activity in this range. Okay, and then the next resistance right now on the charts is directly 17,600. So 140 pointer move, you know, and the first resistance would be 17,575, and then 17,600. So I think this zone, would act as a kind of a good resistance. This zone should act as a good resistance for the Nifty before we have a further up move. Okay, let's see onto the order flow what happened on Friday. So if you see from the start itself, market was showing that it is into the bullish territory. So we had 7,000 contracts already brought in the first session itself, which confirmed that there was a bullish momentum. And then in the bullish momentum plus a gap up, we saw that few sellers came in at around this level, which is around 17,000 340. So if you see here, there are sellers which is 1100 contracts, 1117, 644, 697, 483. So this zone was a liquidity zone, that liquidity created. So many people shorted here. uh, and then if you see the next candle, exactly low made at this zone, and we saw a next up move, next leg of up move in the markets. Okay, so this is how beautifully order profile or can help you to generate the income. So if you see this was a single handed buyer with no seller at this zone. So we, and next time price took support twice on this level. So if we had made this high, then the price came to retest this level, you could have entered into calls, or took a bullish sign, and still you got a good move in the market. So this is an interesting thing, right? This is how OF helps you. It helps you to know when to be option seller and when to be option buyer. So definitely the last day was an option buyer, for the Nifty. And then exactly we took a resistance where we were out of the calls from the market. Okay, so that's kind of a analysis that we had on Friday intraday. So that's the view for Nifty. Definitely bullishness continued, and we had a price bullishness as well. And after a long time, we see such a move happening in the market. So if you see long time afterwards, we made a SP first time in the last Thursday, and then the SP, in the next Thursday. So my observation or my experience says, whenever such a SPs are formed, we see that such a bullishness normally we see in the market. So last time the SP was formed, if you see last so many days there was no SP formed. Last how many days? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 12 days into Nifty it was completely sideways. So even if we went up, we came down. Even if we went down, we went up. So kind of a consolidation behavior, because no big buyers or big sellers were kind of in the market. And then when you see that SP is started forming, means at least somebody, at least a buyer or seller is into the move, is entering the market. And in this case the buyer, because on Friday we saw, on Thursday the price closed at the day high with a SP. So that carried a bullish momentum, and that's why it helped to form a bullish momentum. So that's some of the nuggets that I can share, which will help you to to excel in the market profile area. So anyways, on the bank Nifty side, we took a 40 support. We discussed this as well, that we are at a support zone. So no, no point to make a short view. And we exactly took a support and good rally on the bank Nifty. Now we are at a 60 resistance, which will and also a bearish gap and a super trend resistance. So right now we can see some consolidation movement on the bank Nifty as well, and we might see the resistances here at this bullish gap. Now what happened into the intraday into the bank Nifty, if you see, we opened at the SP, we took a support, and we just have a bullish momentum. And bank Nifty was more bullish than the Nifty because of the Reliance. Maybe we can discuss Reliance in few minutes. But yeah, same for the bank Nifty. If you see order flow also confirming the bullishness, so you don't need to worry much about what you can say much about buying puts. This day was definitely to buy calls because of this order flow that helped so we opened, we in the opening itself we saw that there was a 6,000 contracts bite, so it definitely helped to form a bullish view for the day in first 30 minutes. Okay, and then when the day was progressing, price went up, then we saw that okay, price came back into the zone. And then we saw that okay, there was one seller with 3,200 contracts, he sold around this level, but there was no follow through given to him. So even after such a big amount of selling of 3,200 contracts, we were still trading with a positive territory in the cumulative delta. So this 3,200 contracts, then this 1,400 contracts, so these were the high numbers. But then this was the tone was set already in the first half, and even if there was a seller, will still, was in a positive territory from a cumulative delta standpoint. So what you can get out of it is, this sellers are getting trapped because the day is bullish and you are selling. So what you are doing, you are providing liquidity to the market, and then that liquidity is converted into buying side by the big buyers, and we had a good bullish momentum into by end of the day. So now, if you see, this level got never broken after that. So this pinpoint seller, whosoever was it is, got really trapped. So this guy with 3200 contracts, and this guy with 1500 contracts, this both got a good trapping by the market. So this you have to understand from the order flow, from your experience, how price can behave. So that's it. Then we had a good momentum on the bank nifty, and we closed near to day high. Now what's next for the bank nifty? So bank nifty, we don't see much resistances on the market profile. Now next resistance is around 1400, 430, and 440. So this is the next big resistance. But then there are few smaller resistance, or few resistances, which say 11 40 41,018. Then we have 41,062, and then we have 41,330. So these are the few resistances I'm tracking on the upside. On the downside, I'm tracking this level where we saw a pinpoint seller. So this is the level that will act as a good support if the price comes back to test, which was this was at this level. So this would be the our next support in line, which is around 40,675. Okay, and then we have a next support at around 40,650. So if you see 650 to 675, this 25-point range would act as a good support for the bank nifty. And the upper side, I already told you the resistances. And on the line chart as well, we have a super trend resistance upside, also a bearish gap upside. So we'll see if it would be a consolidation, or if it would be it would directly take out the resistances. So this is how perfect super trend works. And then I just wanted to show you Reliance. If you see Reliance, what a good big move in the Reliance, right? It just shown a big move. It was like a PPOC reject, so we were closed below, we went below, and then we exactly broke this and just have a good bullish momentum. Okay, and then we form the SPs as well. So this would act as a good support zone, for Reliance Future, which is around 2337, and then 2332. So this zone 22, uh, 2332, around, or 30, 2230, this area should act as a good support, on Reliance. And why I'm loving order flow is because if you see in the first game itself, we had around 3,900 contracts pied into Reliance. Now, normally, Reliance trade, if you see the earlier days, with 1,000 contracts whole day, okay, either upside or downside. If you see a day before that, it was 1,300 contracts or 2,000 contracts, max. So Reliance normally trades between 100 to 3,000 contracts in general. But now in this day, you saw that Reliance in the first day itself, it was 3,900 contracts, almost 4,000 contracts more buyed than the sellers. And then if you see in detail, then you see that okay, the price is going up, and there were these sellers which got trapped with 627, and all in all, big number, right? Because Reliance doesn't have such a big number, pinpoint buyer or pinpoint seller. So then you just get into the bullish momentum, and the day follows, so you don't need to worry much. And if you see, Reliance closed with 7,000 contracts on the upside. So definitely big short covering happened into Reliance, and big players entered into Reliance, which helped Nifty to scale up. So that's the power of your order flow. Okay, one more stock I'll just show you. I love these stocks, I don't know why, but somehow, if you see, I told you some days before that okay, this stock, we saw a pinpoint buyer at a 3890 with 897 contracts, which is huge. Such a contract, such a small stock, we never see such a big amount of contracts getting buyed, and next day you see just two around 1.5 rupees momentum, which is 22,000 lot size. You can just make a huge amount of money. Okay, okay. So that's it for now. We are into the definitely into the bullish territory for the markets right now. So we'll see how it goes. You know, we will see how it happens. So that's the analysis for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So before we close, I just wanted to show you the disclaimer that okay, whatever the things we discussed here are only for educational purpose. I'm not recommending you to take any trade or anything based on the information shared. So we are not responsible for anything, any loss or any trade that you are taking. It's just for educational purpose. So please consult your financial advisor before you take any trades. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day. As I always say, be passionate about the markets. Thanks, bye.